お、三毛猫さんに、うまるさん、こんばんは。問題テーマ。数ある事件挑戦。いや、間違えた。慣れない。あ、フォローありがとうございます。気づかなかったな。後で確認してみますね。よいしょ。ロード長そうだ。あ、続けるがって出た。よいしょ。あ、了解です。一旦調べてみようかな。転ばします。書にお願いします。
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
Oh, that child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, stuck. Ah, こうやってみた。あれ違う。操作方法いまいちわかんない。 はあはあ、トム8歳。うん。あ。よいちゃんいらっしゃい。うん。こっちかな。あ、にゃんこさんいらっしゃい。そう。貴重な気がしたね。どっか見落としてる？よろしさ。そのくんこ？これどうやってやるの？わからない。これだ。これいつまで続くの？うん。おかしいな。
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
あ、よいらっしゃい。
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
うん。 違う。違えたー。行方不明。
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
あ、フローチ行ってらっしゃい。
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Brave Toby, best nose in the British Empire.
We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes. We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if...
おう。すげえ。面白い。ははは。ここは
Watson documents our adventures in here.出ろってか、このまま探索したかったなぁ。あれ、あ、獅子王さん、こんにちは。あれあれ勝手に移動しちゃった。あれ戻ってきちゃったよ
って選べるの？あれ？どうやって移動したんださっき。あ、つぐみさん番茶。これどうやって移動するんですか？よー、せっかくあれー、違う、こっちじゃない。あ、なんか、まだ。
A map of London and its surroundings. A map of...
取れないんかーい。これどうやって走るんだっけ？どこがおじ？ここじゃないの。知り方がわからん。違う。あ、そうだ。開かない。あれ？また戻ってきた。なんで？あ、やってきた。操作方法が思いつかなくてごめんね。
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
はい。わかんないよ。どっち？こっち？は
North Street.
ノースストリート。ここでいいのかな？ここでいいのかな？どこ？まあいいや。ゲット出された。ただ。
Sorry, I'm working. I can't open the door.
おー、断られた。じゃあ、ここは道がない。ただの屍のようだ。じゃあ、ここは
There's nobody at home.
誰もいない。ここは誰もいない。こっちはどこだよ。ここは
I don't open the door to strangers.
おう。兄さん大丈夫？
I don't feel thirsty right now.
気分ない。そうでもない。で、ここはそうでもない。どこだよ。どこか。何も表示されない。どこどこか。あ、開いた。暗。迷子になりそうやな。じゃあ、ここから順番に、あれ、開かない。ここも開かない。ここはね。めっちゃあったよ。ダメだな。わけわかんない。上に行けばいいのか、これ。Let's go, fight. こっちはなんもない。いや、今出た。あれ出てない。こっちか。
'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes. The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
Old clothes, soiled and worn. Old clothes. George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand.
Please, sir, find my father.
Ah, so that's why you came to see me. Huh. Huh. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't...
Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup, a clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young.
I'm sorry, Tom. Old clothes, soiled and worn. Huh.
他になんか記憶がないな。
Please, sir.
Old clothes, soiled and worn. Old clothes.
やってみる。
The old Tabard pub, North Street. Glue. Probably taken from a wall. It's too dark. I can't see anything. It's too dark.
Please, sir. The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
おかしいな。ありがない。おかしいな。どうやってね。
It's too dark. I can't.
明かりとかあんの？
Well, I can see the pre.
同じことしか言わない。これから入れない。無理か。
Dorset Street.
そうそう。
Dorset Street.
the door to strangers?
難しいね。違う違う。いいとこいる。まだ調査済んでない。違う。どこだっけ。明かりがないから見つかんないってことですね。明かりはどこにあるんだ。
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young too.
My mother, sir.
I'm sorry. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books.
Father bought all those.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand...
Father bought all those.
Huh, so that's why you came to see me.
Up. これで上に登って、上に登って、
A leather satchel, what's in it? Just some old things.
Oh, 福祉な仕事にさらに。また戻っちゃった。 えーっと、
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here. I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
LR デックの中で
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
酒を飲む。
No gods, no masters. Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol. This must be the man that I'm looking for.
やる。てんてんてんてんてんてん。
Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
10月の初め、これ2ページ目ってどうやって
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of a coal mine.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
よし、頑張るぞ。どこ行ったあの人。こっちか。あの人か。隠れることできる。だるまさんが転んだ状態。
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere. I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what...
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Stupid kid. What are you waiting for?
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Take a brush and get in there.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stop crying and get to work.
Please.
Go on.
んだ。ちゃん嫌いだよ。やばくね？死ぬんじゃね？あんちゃん。危ねえ。ギリギリ。
He's still here, that's a relief.
Oh, さっきのあれか。
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
やだやだやだ。やだやだ。頑張れ頑張れ、私。よし。どこ行った？こっち？見失ったばっか。どうしたらいいの？おい。ねえ。あった。
Where did he come from?
ね、乗り切ったね。
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
No place to hide here. I'd better go through the yard.
Oi,
What are you doing in my garden?
Look at that crawling rat.
I know that boy. He's Shoeshine Jim from Chamber Street. He's mute because his drunk stepfather beat him. Hey, Jim. Can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.ゆるちゃんいじめてくんだもん。これ何？どうやってやるの？これでこうやってチェックすなー。これ最後ブラシこっちを置いて。
Did you fall asleep? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning.
決めてるよ。
talking with a cabbie. I need to get closer.
At last, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
ちょっと前に。スピードシャッター。
I can't lose him now.
Oh, first of all.
Ah, I've lost him.
え見失ってないよ。
I can't lose him now.
Oh.
イルちゃんの意地悪。あ、L さんと R さん同士押しだったら確認できるのか。
Interesting. What's going on in the yard?
可愛くないです。裏に
I need to get into the yard.
裏に入り込む。どうやって？
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter.
中に入るのはひどいよね、ゆるちゃん。
Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. Ah, a coat of... Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff.
判定がどこにあるの？
I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside.
あ、いいさんだ。なんじゃ。
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Yes.
Wiggins' tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
はい、移動中なのでお疲れ様。これを
Wiggins did a good job.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
ここで調べるか。これとか。
That's not the one I need. That's not the one.
これでも。
That's not.
これでもない。
That's not.
どれや。
That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not the one I.
違い。
That's not. 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 That's. 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 That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not. That's not. That's not the.
粉じゃないか。
That's not. That's. That's not. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not. That's not. That's not the. That's not. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
嫌い。
That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's. 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 That's.
どれだよ。
That's. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's. That's not. That's. That's not. That's. 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 That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the one I. That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the one. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's. That's not the one I. That's not the one. That's not the one I need.
じゃない。
That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
これか
That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one I need.
記号と称
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
あ、来た。メインズバリーロード3番地に屋敷を構えてる。
Here it is.
これだ。やっと見つけた
So
よ。
this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable
屋
activities.
敷を訪問ね。
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will
や
tell
だ
me,
ね
won't you,
イ
Father?
ルちゃんのとこ行かない。あ、ちゃんと見てなかったじゃん、イルちゃん。
Only if our lives are in danger.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
よそ行きの格好ってことは自分の部屋。いやだ、どれも。これでいいじゃん。これでいいっしょ。あ、あかねさん、こんばんは。あ、会えた。
I wonder what can...
Go, go, Mr. Holmes. I'll take care of everything.
これじゃなくて、どこ行けばいいんだっけ。もうしょうがない。やだねー。なし、今日、なしの家。クローゼットありゃ。クローゼット選択できた。外行って。じゃあ、これでいっか。 やだね。
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
なんで今日正
She
解
has
なく
grown up,
ない
hasn't
の
she?
いるちゃん。
Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
Let's get inside.
Come in, please.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Oh.これ医者ってことになるのかな。修行くらいのうち資産か何か隠してるじゃないの。病気あ、りんちゃんやハロー。ないか。これでどうぞ。 あ、寝てたの？仕事頑張ってね、りんちゃん。500ありがとう。
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight on our streets and now, too, from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes, but also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic. Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Lord Marsh even helps hospitals. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor. Locked. Bags full of food. It's shut tight. It's shut.
大事なことによってせなかな。
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity.
I've never heard of this man. I've never heard of this man. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both, and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
I won't disturb Lord Marsh without a reason.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
Lord Marsh even helps... Humanitarian aid for an orphanage.
あ、片桐さん、こんばんは。難しいね。よくわかんないな。難しいけど割と楽しいかもしれない。とりあえず戻ってきた。
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh, yeah. I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. A ramrod to clean a rifle. This oil can also be used on weapons. Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. Just some old things.
My mother, sir.
Oh, パナップさん。こんばんは。
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
Oh, 難しいね。
This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
Tobyって誰だっけ？犬か。ワンワン。違う。ホワイトチャベルだっけ？知らない。間違えた。 私らの家どれこれか。これだ。ファースト系、ファーストベイカー221。
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
Kate wouldn't like it if I entered her room without her knowledge. Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
ピー連れて、どこ行くって言ってたっけ。ファースト系。違う。多分この鍵使う。
Search, Toby, search.
私が
Brave Toby, best nose in the British Empire. Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. Pile of rubbish. Just some old things. Old things. Tom's photograph. Let's try to get it. News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here? Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
Ah, 違う。え？これ。
This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files. This case must have been full of cartridges. Just rubbish. There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
George.
A map of Epping Forest. A map of Epping Forest.
他にねえのかい。まずから特殊な特殊な仕事がつながる。違う。これは
A map of Epping Forest.
違う。これで、こっち。 難しいなぁ。
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this. There's no space.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Lord Marsh... Lord Marsh is a keen... I can hide here. I can hide here. I have to finish my search of the office. Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
違うの選択肢。あれ、時間間に合わなかったってことか。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
走れってこと。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
I can hide here.
Mr. Holmes?
どういうこと？
What are you doing
意味がわ
here?
からん
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
どうすれつねん。わかんない。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
この短時間でどうすれ
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
どうしたらいいの？間に合った？
Mr.
なん
Holmes?
で？
What are you doing here?
隠したじゃん。もう意味がわからない。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
I can hide here.
何回この市民の
What are you doing here?
意味がわからない。はい？
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
逆にどうする？
Mr. Holmes?
あっけば。
What are you doing here?
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
何回このシーン繰り返すんだろうね。どこを何すれって言うんですかい？あそこ以外になんかあんの？
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
だって見
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
I can hide here.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
ダメだ、私の頭じゃわからない、この謎は。
Will you break anything else?
リピータ
I'll
ー
try
か
my
よ。
best.
どうするの逆にこれ。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
わけがわからね。どうしたらいいのかね、逆に。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
わい。
Will you break anything else?
この人口は見飽きたよ。どうやって隠すの？あ、できた。なんで丸なの？そこだけ。あれ？違う。
Holmes? What are you doing here?
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
意味がわかんないんだけど。あ？
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
誰か教えてください。
I'll try my best.
何ですかこのループは。いや、意味がわかんないぐらい、あれなんだけど。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
'Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
第三者視点になってたっけ。どうやって隠すのね。もういいや。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
'Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
？Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
このループものをどうやって回避するでしょうか。教えてください。ただどうだったか。どうしたらいいの？逆に。はははは。ループしまくってんだけど。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
だってここ以外どうやって隠すの？
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
わかんない。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
どうやって？
Mr. Holmes? What
What are you doing here?
誰か助けてください。何ですかこの
Will you break
ル
anything
ポ
else?
は。
I'll try my best.
だってここ以外にどうや
I
って
can hide here.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing
なん
here?
か操作変もしかして。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
どのボタンを押せばいいの
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
ああ、もう疲れた。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
なんでだ。わけがわからん。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
疲れた。
I can hide here. I can hide here.
バイ。こ
Mr.
の無限ループどうなってんの
What are you doing here?
意味がわかんない。どのボタンを押せばいいんで
Will
し
you
ょうか
break anything else?
I'll try my best.
逆に。ありゃーって押してやろう。行こう。それじゃあ
I can hide here.
隠せないんだけど、なんで
What are you doing here? Will you break anything else?
かれこれ6分ぐらいこのやりとり続いてるような気がするんだけど。いやー、意味がわかんない。操作方法。シャーロック才能を開かせる。空間を開く。動作を実行する。罰をしてるんだけどなー。
I can hide here.
意味がわかんないです。
Mr.
誰か
Holmes?
助けてください。
What are you doing here?
終わらない。なんで
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
なんでクイズ。れれれれ。よし。もう、や
Mr.
めよう。
Holmes? What are you doing here?
ダメだ。なんで終わんないのこれ。もう、わけわかんないんで、ちょっと一回終わろうと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。バイバイ。